Greetings, traders. It is I, Abdul Shabazz, and this is some real change stock options trading journey. I want to thank you for joining us today. Right off the bat, we have a huge gap up on the SPY. As everyone can see, the SPY is not playing any games this morning whatsoever. Dr. J is in the building. Aaron is in the building. And right off the gate, guys, I want to try something that I believe is going to lower the volume of the background music. So let me go ahead and attempt to do that right now. I'm going to do that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me know if that changed, Dr. J or Aaron. And I'm also now going to increase my microphone in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let me know if the volume changed or is it still the same. Thank you. It changed. Awesome. Did it go down some? It's much better now. Awesome. Hopefully Lisa will come back. All righty. Okay, I just took it down some now. How about now? How's the echo now? Shut it down a little bit. Man, look at this candle, guys. Look at this candle. Look at the SPY action. Up quite a bit from yesterday's close of 456. All right, thank you, Dr. J, for that clearing that up. And also turn the volume on the microphone up some too, so I hope that helps as well. As we begin today, what a day. Okay, awesome. Do I need to turn it down some more? Because I figured out the knob now, so I can turn it down even more if I need to. Just want to have it to where it's not a still silence in the back. Times when I want to take a break from talking. No, it's very low. You won't hear it. Okay, cool, awesome. Well, we're on the right page then. All right, back to the charts. The yellow line right here was our pre-market high that has been breached. Right now, this gold line is pre-market low. We look to be possibly closing the cup at 459. Good morning. Dan is in the building. We're just grateful that the chart is moving. As long as the chart is moving, we will find profits in the charts. And another thing I can attest to, the longer we wait to trade, the easier seeing the trade becomes. Bismillah, as we begin today, right about now. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this pre-market action up just so we can get an idea of just how much of a gap up we got yesterday. Wondering if this would be a gap in crap. Prince is in the building. I'm really holding on to my discipline. I will not take a trade before 10 o'clock, approximately. I don't want to be like a stickler for that, but the purpose is to allow the charts to develop themselves. The first 5 minutes are very volatile. The first 15 minutes can trick you. The longer we go, the easier it becomes to read the algos. Good habits will compound on themselves. So let's just make sure we're exercising good habits. Give us a little bit more of a view here. We have weekly resistance here at the 459 area. Be very patient today. I'm going to go ahead and remove this pre-market high because it has been breached. And I'm going to slide the chart over just a little. But I do want to keep pre-market up. Dr. J says, something I thought of this morning and wanted to share with you all is when trading before 10 o'clock, you are kind of feeling around in the dark because the market has not yet presented itself to us yet. I agree. It is like feeling around in the dark, and when we allow the charts to develop, I guess that would be the equivalent of cutting the lights on. I just said that too. But trading after 10 a.m., you have the lights turned on, and you can see much clearer because the market has shown itself to us with patterns and trends. And I'm going to add to that and the algos. Thank you for sharing that, Dr. J. Hamza is in the building. Wa alaikum assalam. Taking our time this morning, realizing we had a huge gap up. Don't know if this is going to be a gap and go or a gap and crap. Right now, though, she is crapping. See, this is where it gets hard because I see a liquidity grab right here. Oh, my goodness. This is where it gets hard. But it's so, oh, my goodness. Mm, mm. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm done for the day. Prince, Prince, you took this put. I know you did. You took it, didn't you, Prince? Just like I just talked about yesterday. Oh my goodness, you took this put. I needed it. I'm so glad you got it, Prince. Prince jumped in and took that put, got his money. Those first 5 candles, way to go. Yeah, I felt it too, Prince, but I just kept saying, talking myself out of it. Like, no, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna wait. But I saw the liquidity grab. This was actually the same play put we took yesterday. It didn't hit weekly resistance, but it did form a minor intraday supply zone. You then have the doji trading beneath it, the flush. You also have a liquidity grab here. So after we get a response from the bulls, we could have a further push downward. That was the difficulty. I think that's at the same time, I think that's why Dr. J said patience. And right after that, Prince said, I'm done for the day. That is awesome. But again, like, we always say, whether we take the trade or not, that is discretionary, but it is important to see the trades. Good habits will compound. Also, don't forget, I don't have the pre-market up on mine. What is your opinion? Should it be turned on? It depends on the action, Dan. I mean, to each his own. Sometimes I like to see pre-market action, you know. Oh my goodness, especially for this liquidity grab. Man, I saw this. I saw this. But I'm determined to exercise the discipline of waiting and allowing the charts to present themselves. That's why I'm so grateful for Prince, because I'm living vicariously through his gunslinging. I didn't want to, but I thought I was cool. Yep, absolutely. It was there. You can't unsee it once you see it. You cannot unsee it once you see it. It was a great, great put. If we've learned anything, guys, we've learned that the bulls will buy up any price. So Prince said, I saw, Dan said, I don't have, pin on that. And then Prince said, I saw the opportunity, so I had to take it. Dr. J said, so did you call it out? So, coach, that it was a gap in crap. Yeah, yeah. There is no such thing as a mistrade. The market will show profits at all times. We just have to be patient. As long as the market is moving, we will make money. So I'm not at all concerned. I'm happy that the market is moving. As long as the market is moving, liquidity is being built. As long as liquidity is being built, people have to be careful. If they get in trouble, they have to cover. Where they cover is where we make our money. But again, I wanted to see how the bears respond, how the bulls respond to this area before possibly taking a put. Look who it is. This is what we wanted to see, guys. The Bulls' response first. This also gives the Bears an opportunity to have another attempt to go down further, because now they can use these Bulls as liquidity if the Bulls don't show all the way up and show out. It's a good sign that 458.2 is appearing to act as resistance. Again, we're just being patient, allowing the charts to develop. I'm putting an alarm right here, just to identify at that spot. We'll go from red to green on a day. That'll be a lot of liquidity. We'll push higher if it happens. So do I, Prince. I just hope it's another good opportunity, period, for a put or a call. Of course, we like puts. They're much more fun. We're going to take the money either way it comes. I'm going to go ahead and step away for a second, guys. Get me a cuppa, and I will be back. And we have reached the 10 o'clock hour. Taking a look at the next 30-minute candle, seeing if we're having a continuation. And it appears that we are. But again, you guys can definitely see that we are consolidating. So with me personally, even taking a put right here, the reward is not worth it. To me, I don't see the reward. I don't see yeah, exactly. That reversal almost faked me out, Dan said. What time frame are you guys using, Geister? Thank you for joining us. First of all, we're looking at the 5-minute chart right now. This is the 5-minute chart that we're using. And again, thank you for joining us. Shout out to you, Geister. I don't see enough liquidity, and this is my opinion, for the Bears to have a real strong case. You know, I see an opportunity possibly for a call when we hit this 457. If we break through that, then we'll have something to look at, something to analyze. But that's also why today I wanted to keep up pre-market. You know, typically we go ahead and take pre-market off the chart, but we had some reports come out this morning, and those early reports that came out this morning, as you can see right here at 8:30, this 8:30 candle. Okay, so there was a lot of volume here pre-market. Now this is an area of interest. I want to see what it does in this area. Normally we would have taken a put. Said there was news. Okay, Dan said there was news. Thanks for telling us that, Dan. Normally we would have taken a put here, but I didn't like the liquidity build from the bulls for me to have the confidence to go ahead and get in a put here, even though it did work out. But if you don't feel good about the trade, then don't take the trade. There's no need to rush on the trade. And we know that you could typically make money within the 5-minute candle, but currently as this 5-minute candle is exposing itself, you can see why I didn't take the trade. Still a lot of time in this 5-minute candle. It just I didn't feel right. I didn't see the liquidity build from the bulls to give me that easy money flush. Now the stock has to move. So that the fact that it's moving, that does not impress me. But guys, remember and keep in mind, we're trading options. So you know how that option chain moves. When the stock immediately goes in your direction, you get a big jump in the option chain price. With a lot of back and forth, you know, it doesn't respond too favorably for me to want to take a gentleman's risk. I'd rather wait. I've lost nothing. I'm only giving the charts more opportunities to reveal themselves. And so I'm going to take advantage of that. This gold line down here at the bottom is pre-market low. This alarm is our high and open of today, and where the daily chart would flip colors if that did happen. And guys, even furthermore, what we like to trade are trades out of our playbook. Another reason why this morning had me so in a pickle is because this is the exact same trade we took yesterday. During consolidation, does liquidity start to build for the bears? No, liquidity will only build for the bears when the bulls take off and start buying up lower prices and become more aggressive and put in bigger candles. Then that way, if they get caught out there and they have to cover, their covering is what is used to push the price lower. So that's why I just, didn't see that happening here. I didn't see enough, even though we had the huge gap up, and it appeared to be a gap and crap. Yes, we are red on the color for today, but I just didn't see the liquidity presented already from the bulls to push it down further. Now it got down this far from this liquidity that was provided pre-market. So that is why when we came, it was very hard. I wanted to take the trade. So I was fighting against two things. I was fighting against a pattern because this is a put out of supply, okay? We had enough volume traded this morning that you could have respected this pre-market action, which is why I keep it up, because you guys know that I normally remove pre-market action once we start. But this action had to be respected. And with that being the case, this really did form a supply level because of all of this volume that we had this morning. So I normally like to wait till 10:30 for the market to show itself, but the market showed itself because of that report that we had that came out this morning at 8:30, as Dan reminded us. I didn't know what particular report came out, but there was a report that did come out. And so with that being the case, I don't know why I'm having difficulty showing this thing mine. Okay, there we go. I don't want to get to talking right now because there is a potential call on the horizon. And the bulls can use all of this candle right here to squeeze and go up to further highs. I just want to see what we do here. Remember, as this was coming down, I said, if anything, I can see us taking a call. And that's exactly what happened. But I just didn't see any further continuation down as of yet. Now, a candle like this can do two things, and that's why we're having this fight right here. Because the bulls just use these bears as liquidity to push it up, and if the bears don't average up and really come back strong, they're going to give up this position and have to cover, and that's going to push us up further. If the bears do come back and push the price down, they'll be able to squeeze the bulls here, and then that will give us the liquidity to go further. So we're either going to get a nice call above this 4582 area using these bears, and these bears as liquidity to push it right back up here. Or the bears are going to come in, squeeze these bulls, and then we'll get that easy money put. Thank you, Prince. Okay. But there's definitely a conversation being had right now. And then I'll come back to what I was talking about before this move. It is a real battle going on right now. That is why they're at a standstill. Somebody's about to give up the goods. Someone is about to give up the goods. This is that squeeze I was telling you guys about right there. I went ahead, got in. Let me show you where I got in at. I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty with my fingers. But that is the squeeze that I was telling you guys about. I'm going to go ahead and start taking some profits as they present themselves, knowing that we can make profit in this 5-minute candle. I was a little bit late on that execution. I wanted to get out right here at the top of this red candle. Yes, I'm in a call. At the top of this red candle here is where I wanted to get out at. There we go. There we go. Take a little bit of profit right here. Now, again, remember, we spoke about this call, guys, because we said that the bulls could use these bears, and these bears as liquidity. These bears have now given it up. These bears are giving it up. These bears are fighting, which is why we have that right now rejection of that 458.4 area. And that's also why I went ahead and took profits at that area as well. Still looking at the 5-minute chart. If this candle does give up its color, though, that will be my sign to get out with the rest. And I will do so. Went ahead and got out of that last position as she is turning around. So I made some money on the first part of that trade. Grateful for that. And we can see the bears are coming back to put up a fight. However, we're going to see how strong that fight is. If it is not a good fight, then they will get squeezed. Very nice move by the Bears. They are actually squeezing the Bulls right now. Bears came roaring back. Absolutely, Dan. We'll see what happens when they hit this line, though. I'm very interested to see what happens when they hit this line. But this is that liquidity that could be used, as we spoke about, to push down further. I do have a 458 put ready. Oh my goodness. And that's what we were speaking about. Oh my goodness. Guys, don't chase that, because that's gonna bounce back. I actually did a terrible thing. Yeah. I should have been in that earlier, much earlier. Much earlier. I should have been in that much earlier. So I'm grateful for the money, but that's not something to follow me in. I just made some, despite that, wow, I just made some ridiculous gains on that. But that was still not, wow. Like I told you, wow. Nice profits though, wow. Wow, it was bananas. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this much. I caught a 20-cent move on that. Caught a 20-cent move. We knew it was gonna happen. You know, at first we thought that the Bulls were gonna use these Bears as liquidity to push higher, and it did appear to do that. And as I said, once we get past this line, who knew she would drop so fast? No, I'm not. I got in and out. I used the bracket order on that, Prince. I have bracket orders set up when I trade that I can use to automatically get in and get out of positions. So I had a 20-cent win per contract on the option chain for that. Thank you. All praise due to Allah. I'm very grateful. Very, very grateful. Very grateful. Let me show that too, because you guys know I like to expose everything, every way that I'm able to get these monies. Man, that was a heck of a drop. Let me see if anything else. Man, Prince, if I had 100 contracts, we all be eating Chick-fil-A today. But grateful for the process. One day we will all be trading 100 contracts, inshallah. Grateful for the process, and even more grateful of understanding what's going on. If you guys don't mind, could I please get a like, and thank you for that. If you feel that I've earned that like, I really appreciate it. Aaron got 35 cents out of that. Come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like to see that once again, another day, we all are in profits. But again, to be completely transparent, with us having this strong of a move, the safer trade would have been to get in prior to this line, prior to that line that we had here, knowing that once we had got to that line, we were really going to have an issue. This line was right here. And that's exactly what we happened. We got an extreme flush, okay? So then what I did was I didn't get in here. I got in here after the flush. And then my bracket order automatically took me out once she dropped and flushed again. How can I show you the bracket orders that I use? Let me pull up another screen, guys. I'm gonna go to my screen on the side. Okay, this is my screen on the side right here. This is my side screen. All right, and you can see when I go here and hit single, if you hit single, then these are bracket orders that come up for certain profits that I might want to take, 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents, $1. And then when you click that, it automatically sets it up with a profit taking and a stop out. So once you hit enter, it automatically puts you at a stop and automatically puts you at a profit target. That is called a bracket order. This will keep you from losing big. It will not allow, so, and really with options, if the trade does not go immediately in our direction, then we've gotten in too early. See, we don't want to be the first man out the plane. We want to be the third man out of the plane. Being the third man out of the plane, you know for surety is going in your direction. The beauty of options is that we don't need a lot to make a lot. You can make all the money you want in a 5-minute candle. If the candle turns against you, okay, maybe lunch. Maybe lunch. If the candle turns against you, then you know that is your stop. Here in this particular candle, you got a good example. You got to see me take a win and a loss in the same candle. My theory was correct, thinking that somebody was going to get squeezed, and initially it appeared that the bulls were going to do the squeezing as we got above the 4582 area. So I joined in with the bulls. When I immediately looked left, I knew that there was going to be conversation here, so I took off half my position. I then said, I'm going to wait for the remainder of the 5-minute candle to see what happens with the remainder position. She then changed colors, and then once she changed colors and and started trading beneath it, I immediately got out. I wasn't going to let it close. Once the candle that I was in changed colors on me, I immediately got out. So then I was really pretty much a scratch trade. Now we have a resistance area and we have a trade out of resistance. Okay, it's not picture perfect, but this is still a put out of resistance. Well, we have a hangman, even though it's not textbook, and then we have the close below the open of the green candle, and now we have trading beneath both candles here. That would have been a great opportunity to get in where you could have made a lot of money off of this. My problem was I still had some bull cobwebs in my mind, and those bullish cobwebs in my mind didn't get out fast enough until we broke this line. I said, okay, I'm gonna wait and see when we break this line, knowing that there's going to be some action here, and as soon as we touched it, she flushed. So I do apologize for not calling that out earlier. I did call out the put, but I should have called out the entrance just a little bit earlier. I caught it on the flush, and the reason I said don't join me is because I knew there was going to be an immediate turnaround. Why? Because if you look left, you will see right here some action here, not knowing it's going to go this far, but we also know that the bulls buy up everything low. Everything low, the bulls buy up. So that was just a brief explanation of that trade as well. Where do we go from here? Pretty much the same thing. If we get above the 4582, please know that all of these bears here will have to cover. And there'll be a great liquidity push up this direction. Potentially. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just your teammate on the same goal with you all, and that is to change our lives and the lives of the people we care about through the stock market. Now, where do we go from here as far as a put is concerned? We need to see this bullish action, at least potentially up to VWAP, but then they will have opportunity to get squeezed on the way back down for further continuation. However, right now, I do want to bring in the daily chart. It's very important right now that we look at the daily chart and see what's going on. Right now, we had that gap and crap, but we have pretty much, I can go ahead, we have pretty much closed the gap. Now what happens? I don't know. So don't let this red candle fool you. These bulls can absolutely use this as liquidity for a push higher. That's the only way it's going to go higher. So if we get a break over that 4582, prepare yourself for a call. Again, this is not financial advice. Please do whatever you like. Either way, we would cheer you on. But as a teammate, I'm just sharing my thoughts. And we welcome everyone's thoughts, everyone's opinion. We read every comment. Everyone is valuable here, and we are all equal because we all have the same goal, and we are all risking our own money to do better. Speaking of which, what a great time to mention our sponsor, T-shirts for Traders. We want to thank them for sponsoring us. Their website is tshirtsfortraders.co. And we will display another shirt from them today. I'm either trading, about to go trade, thinking about trading, dreaming about trading. Again, that's tshirtfortraders.co. Now, to completely be even more transparent, the market would really have to show me something to make me trade again. We're in the profit protecting business. So we would really have to, and if you guys notice, we make money on candles like these. These are the kind of candles that we make money on. When somebody's in trouble, there we are, popping out. Aha! Jumping right on your back. See you in trouble. Again, going down, possibly for another put. Please wait until we breach the 4569 area. If we do, other than that, expect a test back to VWAP. And guys, I am putting everything together that I was saying I would. As far as the playbook is concerned, I've added more examples to the playbook. I didn't want to go too deep because everyone has their own trading style and their own risk tolerance, but I just wanted to share. So I've shared 4 plays, 4 trades with you all. And let me see, how can I do this? Yeah. And the trades that I have shared are Shooting Star with examples of that. Another trade that I have shared is taking puts out of supply or resistance with examples of that. Another trade I have shared is the Green Hammer, okay, with examples of the Green Hammer, okay. And red hammers, because we do have red hammers also, but to me they're more of a B plus setup, even though they still do marvelous things. Examples of that. And more examples. And I've shown a call out of demand, and it's kind of almost looking like we could take that trade right now. The way she is looking. The only thing is we have this immediate resistance right above us. Okay, so that is the only difference in this trade, is that you don't have that resistance right above you. Okay, there's nothing between demand and VWAP. So that is the difference, okay, in this. But just wanted to go over some things, let you guys know that I am hard at work for the team. But wait, there's more. Let me see what else. I do have more for real. Just gotta pull it up on the side here. Aha. And I've been working on some risk management for you guys, psychology of risk, and how I was able to come up with the risk that I've had to keep myself from losing money. I just want to go over one thing with you guys from this today. One thing today, and then I will promise to start making some videos for us to cover this. One thing. Having hard stops set at the broker level for a max daily loss. This way, you will never allow one bad day to blow your account. Now, let me explain. The key to becoming a successful trader is staying in the game long enough till you figure out what works for you. And then you have the discipline to only do that. For some people, it takes 6 months. Some people, I've heard, it takes a year. Some people, it takes 3 years. I will gladly let you know when I reach there. Right now, I've been trading options now going on 7 months. And I'm decent. I'm decent. You know, I'm grateful. I see potential. But the key thing is, how do you stay in the game long enough? And that is to not blow your account. See, the problem with blowing your account is that you take yourself out of the game. And you have to stay in the game to get those reps. You have to stay in the game live. You have to stay in the game on demand. You have to stay in the game. Come with what you learned on demand. Implement that with live. Start with small contracts. The goal is not the money. The goal is the game, the understanding in the beginning. So how do you protect yourself? Let's say, for example, you got like a $5,000 account. Okay, you might say to yourself, well, how much am I willing to lose for that day? See, this is one advantages that prop firms have. They have someone, a risk management specialist, that says, hey, look, you are only allowed to lose X amount of dollars a day. You are only allowed to lose X amount of dollars a week. If you lose anything more than that, you are fired. No one tells us that. So no one tells us, hey, you've lost 2 trades today. Stop trading. You've taken a loss today. Wait 30 minutes before you take another trade. So somehow we have to implement disciplines upon ourselves because we want to trade and think like professionals. So how can we implement that same thing? Call up your broker. I don't care who it is. Trade Zero, International Brokers, Thinkorswim, Sure Trader, Robinhood. The list goes on and on. I don't care who your broker is. You can call your broker and say, look, I don't want to lose any more than 250, 300. I mean, depending on where you're starting at, but really, if we're just starting off, we're all getting in the groove, 200, 300, should really be your max. If I lost more than that, heck yeah. And this is one reason why I've done this. Get in contact with your broker. Tell your broker, take me out of all positions. See, there's two different things. One, they can keep you from adding to your position once you reach a certain number. You don't want that. You want them to liquidate your position, because if you go under 250 or under 300, then they won't allow you to buy anymore, but you're still stuck currently in that trade, and that trade can go further against you. But if you say liquidate me at 300, liquidate me, that means regardless what happens, when your account gets negative 300 for the day, they put in market orders and completely take you out of everything, and you have saved your account to be able to trade another day. We will all have bad days, but the key is not to allow one bad day to take you out of the game, to blow your account. So that is the first thing that I put on that thing, is having hard stops set at the broker level for max daily loss. Okay, this way you will never allow one bad day to blow your account. It's critical. It's critical. I recommend that you all do that. Those of you who have done that, awesome. Those of you who plan to do that, even more awesome. So nanny boo boo, whether you like it or not, if you lose X amount of dollars, you're done for the day. You're on the bench. You're on the sidelines. Where we need to be sometimes. Where we need to be sometimes. So that is the first thing in protecting your money. You call a broker. Say, hey, y'all getting money with me every day. Whether I win or lose, the broker is still getting his fees. Y'all not going to allow me to run amok. I'm not going to blow my account. I want to set a max daily loss on my account. Liquidate me at this amount of money. When I lose this amount of money, take me out of all of my positions. And they will say, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Right away. And then later, we're going to talk about how to negotiate better fees, because you can negotiate better fees. But that comes when you start trading over a certain amount of volume, as I have learned. And that is why this is a journey. But boy, will it be some real change in every one of our lives when we get good and going on this journey. Just imagine where we might be this time next year, inshallah, guys. Just put a zero. That's all. Just add a zero. I do like a put under this 456 area. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and as we get closer to the 11 o'clock hour, I'm gonna go ahead and put some alarms, set them up. If we get the stock price to start trading above 458.2, I will be interested in a call with the break and retest, turning this resistance into support, breaking out to retest the highs, using all of these bears as liquidity to push higher. Now, in order to go a little bit lower, now let's go ahead and eliminate pre-market. Let's see what that looks like real quick, guys, before I get off. Okay. Here we go. Now it's starting to look a little familiar, huh? Yeah. So now you can clearly see the gap has been closed, okay? The gap has been closed. She actually gapped up to Friday's close and came right back down. So now, looking at it from this point of view, what can we come up with? Let's give ourselves a little more room. And even if you do decide to take a put here, I don't know. I don't like it. Let me go into who was. Let me look. Going back. Sorry, I'm stumbling. Who was that? I'm reading. Aaron. Okay, Aaron. Let me explain that liquidity grab again. For example, going back to Monday, we had this huge downtrend. Okay, now let's think about the bears, and this will probably take me to time to get out, and then I'll cut out after that. Think about the bears. If you're a bear right here, okay, you make money with price going down. So all of these bears are in money. They're getting money. They're getting money. All of a sudden, these huge big candles start slowing down. Start putting it. Oh my goodness, go get it, Bob. I did it. And we're back. So we had these huge bear candles, okay? Now, the reason that this big candle happened is because this huge elephant green candle happened. When Monday started off, we had a big green elephant candle. Make it a little more clearer. We had a big green elephant candle start off Monday, okay? Once we got underneath that level, where that line is right there, every bull above that was in trouble. That's why it was so easy for us, and we got in, and we made money on this Monday on this flush down. So now think about this. All the bears that are in this, the lake bears that are now adding to it, okay? Now what happens once it starts changing colors and it starts coming back the other way? These bears have to protect profits. And in order for them to protect profits, they have to buy. Well, their buying allows the stock price to go up. And this is the definition of them being used as liquidity, because you have new bulls that are coming in who know this. You have new bulls that are coming in because this is a low area and bulls have been buying up lower prices. It's also a support area and lower prices. You have support area, you have lower prices, and you have bears that have to cover. Those are three criterias that is adding to the liquidation. And that is why the stock price went up. Okay? Now, same thing here. Let us jump right here for this move. When the stock came crashing down, you had resistance, because at the time this was red, and it could pretty much go back red right now looking at what's going on. So you had resistance here, right? And you had a big move up from the bulls, from the 455 area, really, which is support, all the way to resistance. So now, how do these bulls make money? Diamond's hands is the money is just on the screen. You have to execute a sale in order to put it into your account. Once they did that, I recognized what was going on. This is also a trade right out of our playbook. So a lot of bears recognize that. A lot of bulls recognize that. Also great place for them to take profits. And this is why we had a huge drop, because you had a huge liquidity build up from the bulls, and in order for them to save their positions or take profit, they have to sell. Then you have new bears that come along with that, join that party, and that's what pushes price down further. Same thing here. The bulls tried to come back and use all of these bears as liquidity, and they did, because all of the late bears had to sell as the price went up, and then the same thing happened again. Got to a point where the bears soaked up all of the buy orders. The price changed, and then now all of these bears had to hit the profit-taking button. All of these bulls had to hit the profit-taking button, and they were joined by the bears, and that is what happened, leading up until today. All of these bulls from yesterday were in extreme profit as she gapped up this morning. So this morning you had profit taking, and our teammate Aaron identified the opportunity when it presented itself and took advantage of that put. Then we had some sideways action, some consolidation. We had that here and here. Okay, so now we said this. If the price trades above the 458.2, the bulls would then be able to use these bears here covering to go higher. If that doesn't happen below the 457.4, these bulls would have to cash out. They would be in trouble. And remember, that's one thing that we trade. We identify on the chart where will someone be in trouble. And it's at that point that we take advantage. And all of these bulls having to cover, which means sell, and then bears like myself jumping in on their back allowed this to. This was the liquidity flush, grabbed and provided by these bulls. And that brings us to where we're at now. And you can also see right now why I'm not excited to trade anymore right now. Because when you look left, you have immediate areas, okay, of consolidation, immediate price areas. This thing went like this yesterday. That's why I definitely didn't come back. When I got off and I said, guys, I probably won't be back in one, there was no reason for me to come back. I was going to do an end of day video, but she just went completely sideways yesterday. So we talked about all the trades in the morning. There was nothing else to talk about yesterday, so I didn't make a video. I figured you guys hear enough of me during the market hours. But now what is appearing to happen is that everybody's scared right now. The bulls don't really want to commit because it's an uphill battle. The bears don't really have any liquidity to push these bulls down any further because the bulls are still in profit. Okay? All of these bulls are still in profit. Even with this happening, they're still in profit. So it's just a matter of, are they going to come back in, push the price higher and squeeze the bulls, or are they going to just continue profit taking and come down lower? But either way, I don't like it. I don't see any liquidity to make any easy money. We make money in easy money candles. I don't know if you guys have started noticing that, but the candles we make money on are these big candles like this. Like this. Start paying attention and see what we do during the day. We make money on big, easy money candles. And again, this is not financial advice. I just don't see it. And that's why also yesterday I got off. I was getting ready to get off yesterday at 11. Remember, guys? But I saw the stock price coming up to resistance. I saw the hangman. I saw the red candle close below the hangman. I said, oh, this is right out the playbook. Well, let me join this and get some of this easy money and then embarrass myself because I had no idea we could continue to keep dropping. My goodness, I left a lot of money on the table. That haunted me last night. Got up, guess what? Right after I got off, we had the exact same thing happen. Another opportunity. Right here with the trade below. And after that, that was it. So to me, this is giving this kind of action right now. The big drop. And now, it's a beautiful thing about looking at history. So it is because of this that I will end the trade for today. But thank you all for joining us. We made some good money today. And God willing, we will be back here tomorrow. I appreciate each and every one of you who attend this with me live. And I appreciate everyone who watches the live later. And if you feel I've earned your like, then please do so and give us a like. Stay safe, protect profits. God willing, I will see you tomorrow, inshallah. Thanks for coming out. God bless you, and good day.